Hi, writers! I just wanted to show my face and make a video and to tell you that I'm really proud of you for sticking with the course, especially during this crazy time. I feel really fortunate that we were already online and you guys were already in the groove of things before all this coronavirus stuff happened. And so I just wanted to encourage you to continue working hard and to make sure you check your grades, make sure that you're following the prompts for what's happening each week. We're lucky in our class because every unit we have some time to finish up our work. As you guys enter into week 13 next week, what we'll be doing is we will be wrapping up the week together, and so we'll do our normal wrap up like we've done the last two units. And so that just means you have a little extra time to work on your stuff. I don't know about you, but for me, with the coronavirus, it's really given me lots more time to work. So I've decided that I'm going to take Fridays off of technology because I feel like I'm just always online now, which is okay, but I need at least one day out of the week where I'm not working. So I would advise that if you need that, you do that as well. But yeah, so next week's our wrap-up week. We have our work that's due, which is our normal journal log and quiz and essay number 3. There's some samples in the wrap-up week. Make sure you breathe and take your time and enjoy the assignment. There's a couple different options for you with essay number 3. Pick the one that you think is exciting. If you want to rewrite an act, a scene of the play, I would recommend that you have fun with that and do that. If you want to compare the film to the play version, you can do that. And if you just want to do a straight up literary analysis where you're looking at the play through perhaps one of the lenses, a literary lens, I have a really great source for you. It is from Owl Purdue website. It's a literary, what is it? Literary theory. Something that's really fun to do. They're called literary theory lenses. So I remember when I took this course in college, and it was really challenging for me because I had never looked at literature through lenses, but it's really fun if you want to look at it through a Marxist lens where you're looking at issues of class, which are highly applicable to the play. If you want to look at it through a feminist lens, if you want to look at it through a gender lens or a psychoanalytic lens where you're looking at psychology of it. There's lots of different ways to look at it. I just went ahead and clicked on the link here for Owl Purdue. You can go to Owl Purdue and type in literary theory and schools of criticism. This is just an overview. There are lots of books written on it, but these are some of the different theories you can look at. That's the timeline, and they talk a little bit about these theories here if you look on the side. So if you wanted to look at, for example, a Marxist criticism of the play, take the lens of Marxist criticism, and apply it to the play. One question you would be asking is, whom does it benefit? And it gives you a little history of the philosopher Hegel and the theories of Karl Marx. But you're looking at issues of class. Questions that you would be asking are, whom does it benefit if the work or effort is accepted, successful, or believed, etc. And so you can think about our protagonist Troy and his work as a garbage man, and even the hierarchy within his work and him fighting to have equal treatment regarding driving versus dumping trash. And so you can look at these questions. You can do that for any of these theories here. They're all really interesting. There's critical race theory, which is a newer theory. There's critical disability studies, gender studies and queer theory, feminist criticism, whichever one you think is interesting if you want to apply it to the play, and formulate an argument based around that. Maybe your argument would be that the female characters in the play are very strong representations of women. I know that that is an argument that could be made. So again, if you're looking at a lens like criticism, feminist criticism, you would be looking at the history of feminist criticism and focusing on some of these questions here, like how are the male and female roles defined within the play? So again, this is new for you probably. If it's not, awesome. If it is, awesome. There's always stuff to learn. So again, have fun with essay number 3 as you decide what you're going to do. I know a lot of you have already decided, but you can play a little bit. In our wrap-up week, the links are here on our wrap-up page. They're also on the home page. I try to front load you guys information just so that you're somewhat prepared for that when it comes along. The links are all here. Again, I just want to say thank you for your hard work and your diligence, and especially during this time when things are hectic and crazy. You guys are doing a great job of quarantining yourself, hopefully, and just enjoying the material. You have time. Just to bring to your attention, Jenna sent me a link for the movie Fences. It was on Amazon Prime, but I guess it's not anymore. I haven't checked this semester. So again, if you're doing a comparative analysis between the play, the text, and the movie, you can watch the movie there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and enjoy your wrap-up week next week. And I will see you online. Please post any questions or concerns or comments in the first discussion so we can all kind of benefit from that and give each other feedback. Enjoy your workshop and have fun.